Hey, it's Sal Internado for Black Knight Nation. We're here with Markel Johnson, Army running back. Markel, thanks for taking a couple minutes after practice to talk to us.
Of course, of course. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, definitely. First question I had for you was, the last time we saw you on the football field during a game was the Army Navy game, and it was that crazy game in overtime and that double overtime run. And I'm just wondering, like, if kind of this is a little bit out there question, but if kind of your life's changed since then, when you got home, maybe with family, were they talking about it a little bit more? What was that? What was life like after the Army Navy game for you?
So mostly after the Army Navy game, it was just the biggest thing for me was the love that everybody showed me. Everybody was watching the game. When I went home, everybody was like, I'm so proud of you, all the hard work that I've put in. I wouldn't say much has like really changed for me, but I definitely felt the support that I had, and everybody watching the game just was so happy for me and what I have accomplished and everything. So that was the biggest change for me. But overall, I think like coming from that game, I just feel um like my family and everything and like my friends, they really was happy for me and like I said, what I accomplished.
Yeah. So after that game, right? It's the last game of the season. You finish on the high note. The team finishes on a high note. What's the off season like for you personally, and what's the off season like as a team when you can finish like that? Does it spark the off season, so to speak?
Absolutely. We wanted to, of course, go out with a win. Our biggest thing was sending the seniors out with a win, and then we trying to like carry that into, of course, next season into the off season, and working out with the boys every day. We're grinding, and the biggest thing for us is just to come in here and just get better every day. That's what we always emphasize as a team: to come in, get better, work hard, outwork everybody else, and so that's what we come in and do every day as a team.
Yeah, when I heard that the offense was moving to a shotgun scheme, I went even on our podcast and I said, man, I think that might fit you pretty well because when that Army Navy game, you guys went to a shotgun. It seemed like you were pretty comfortable for a one game deal in that offense. Is that something that you experienced in high school or with a shotgun set or like a spread, so to speak, or no?
Yes, actually, I did. In high school, I did run more of like a spread type where it was just more of a like zone, and so I'm kind of more comfortable in the zone than from like transitioning to triple option. But I definitely feel like mostly comfortable taking the zones for sure.
What was your reaction when you heard that the move from the triple to the spread? Were you excited? What was your reaction to it?
I mean, my biggest reaction to that was just they're kind of throwing something new at us, and I was just gonna take it with a grain of salt and come in every day as if the offense never changed and just try to work to get better and understand the offense.
Is I know it's early and you're in your second spring practice, but is there anything that you really like about this new offense, so to speak? Is there anything that you're really kind of excited about?
My biggest excitement is just trusting the coaches and the way that they develop the plays and develop the players, put the best players on the field, and that's my biggest thing. That's what I'm excited for, to see how us as a team come together and establish a great offense.
Yeah, I was thinking about this is that sometimes spring practice the veterans might get they might not get as many reps in spring and try to get the younger players some more reps. But now with a new offense, kind of everybody's got to be somewhat all bought in, so to speak, to be on to start to get it established, so to speak, for the spring and down the road, right? Or no?
Definitely. So we're all trying to just get in there and get reps. And the biggest thing is for everybody to just learn the system and understand the offense so we can go and like execute. So I get what you're saying when you say like the veterans usually kind of chill, but I feel like it's kind of day one or really day two for everybody, and we're all just getting in there trying to get after it, trying to get better.
Yeah. Hey, just your kind of recruiting story. I know you talked about it a little bit, but how have you kind of settled into West Point? How you think that you kind of you know first from where you came from, and how you think you've settled in now? You would be going into your junior year during the football season.
I've definitely settled in. It was definitely some changes that I had to make. Definitely for like my time management and my mental aspect. But overall, I think I'm settling pretty well, and everybody around me, they surround me with love and support, and they help me and show me the ways to create that good environment here for myself.
Yeah. Last one, I asked Coach Monken this before the spring started. Some people with the triple option, the fullbacks are the focus, the B backs, so to speak. And what would be like the role of the fullbacks now in this offense? And he said that you guys are just your running backs, right? Is that kind of the mentality that you have in this new offense or no?
Definitely, anybody that play fullback, and I trust the coaches, and they'll put us in the best position to succeed, or how they feel like we can help the team. And for the B backs, we're just going, like I said, transitioning to running backs. We've been running backs, and we kind of just like changed the name from fullback to running back, but we've been running backs, and I feel like that's how they're going to keep it and continue on for the rest of the season and the rest of spring.
Now you just got to be in the same meeting rooms with guys like Ishawn Marshall, right, and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, definitely. I love
That,
working with that man. I love working with him. He always pushing everybody to go better and go hard. So I would love to be in the room with him.
I really appreciate your time, Markel. All the best the rest of the spring. Definitely, thanks a lot for taking the time to join us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
We're going to have Brett Gerena in a few minutes, linebacker Brett Gerena for Army. He's coming in right now.
You, sir?
Hey, Brett, how you doing?
I'm doing good by yourself.
I'm great. Thanks for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So second practice of the spring, right? Talking to Markel about the offense, they're going through a little change, but the defense is not. The defense has Nate Woody as the coordinator, and the coaches some assistant coaches back too. What do you think you guys are trying to do on the defensive side of the ball this spring to improve, so to speak, or what are you guys looking? What's your mindset there?
So our mindset right now is mainly focused on efficiency. Playing hard, playing physical, being a violent defense. Our new coach, Coach Juice, he preaches on the fact that every great team has a great defense, and every great defense has a great linebacker core. And preaching the fact that we need to be leaders on the field, leaders in the meeting room, leaders in the weight room, leaders in the locker room. Stepping up in that leadership role, but also playing with, what I like to call it swag. Nasty, violent, running to the ball. So that's what we're doing right now. We're doing really well, getting the young guys in, stepping up in that leadership role. As an upperclassman, kids look up to you, especially the plebes. It's a stressful time for everybody. Second semester, you're going through academics, you're going through football. And, football, like when you're in the locker room, you're with your brothers. It's like, it gives a light to your life. That's what we're doing right now.
Gotcha. Hey, I was thinking about, you talk about Coach Juice, Justin Weaver. He was at the prep school before here. And, did you have any interaction with him before this season, or what did you know about him? And it seems like he's bringing in definitely a lot of his nickname. He's living up to his nickname, so to speak.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, sir. I had him at the prep school, and his coaching philosophy always it's been the same. The way he's always bringing 100% effort. He wants us 110% effort. My bad, and he wants us to be better men, and he wants us to be better football players. And he told us his happiness is around us, and every day coming up there, and that means a lot as a coach. And I'm blessed to have coaches in the past come up here, that say the same thing too. So it just tells you, what Coach Monken and Coach Woody are bringing in, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and brings a hope to the new upcoming season, and especially spring ball. And I'm very blessed. I can't none of words say anything else.
No doubt. Want to talk to you a little bit about last season and just getting a role on the team and being able to make some plays out there. And like you say, you're bringing a lot of energy to the team. You're bringing a lot of energy to special teams. You're bringing a lot of energy when you're in the package, in passing downs too, and even in non-passing downs. What was that experience like for you to get on the field and make that kind of impact for the team?
It's it's a very grateful experience because, as a kid, everybody wants to play college football and especially Division One. So it was a blessing for me just to be part on the field with my brothers, playing a role, doing something. It didn't matter. You can tell me to be a water boy, I will do it. Like I will do anything to help this team. And also just shows you just show me the hard work I was putting in, just paying it out. Um, the last season, we ended up with a high note with Navy, and throughout the season, they put me in the packages, and my role on special teams, the sauce team, and Coach Turnil, basically preaching also to become a better man, and I'm blessed to have that role on special teams. I love it. Wouldn't trade for the world. Same thing on defense. My role, and this offseason just striving to be a better football player and helping the team out.
Yeah. So you're a second generation Army football player. We've talked about it in the past with your dad, Joe,
Yes,
being an Army quarterback. And I mean, I know there's a lot of pride in your family, not only for the football program, but what West Point means. And when you can get on the field and kind of represent your family, that's got to mean a lot too, right?
Yes, sir. It really does. I like when times are tough here. Every kid out here, no matter if you're a football player, ODIA athlete, normal cadet, you're going through some tough times, and especially me. You're trying to balance football and school and the military, and it just brings the hope that from as a kid wanting to go here and fulfilling that dream. I always say to myself, yeah, I'm happy I met my goal, but I want to reach higher. Always, I'm not satisfied, never satisfied, but I'm also blessed and happy though. So, I wouldn't trade this experience for the world. I wouldn't trade my brothers on the team for anybody else. I will take these guys over anybody back home. It's just, the bond you form over here. My dad, preaching to me, I see all his bonds with his football buddies and people he's met here at West Point. And I can, as a kid, you think, oh yeah, that's cool. But when you actually experience it, it's like a culture shock. It's like, wow, it's true. I wouldn't trade these people for the world.
Definitely a different level, no doubt. Just one last question for you. Just wanted to talk about the inside linebacker group. You guys have a lot of experience coming back. A lot of guys who saw action last year. A lot of guys who made plays. Leo Lowen, Calvin Crumby, Spencer Jones. I'm probably missing Cam O'Gara yourself.
Yep.
I mean, that means probably a lot of competition in the spring, right? Maybe in the film room, in drills. When you go against the offense in practice, I mean, it's got to be pretty competitive, right? And that's got to bring out the best in you guys, probably. I would think.
Yeah, we could be competitive, but also we help each other. That's a big factor. No matter what, we strive. We would rather see our brothers, especially in the linebacker room, be better than ourselves. And perfect example is Ham Baker. He had a setback injury last season. And but he's always been, in my ear, helping me out. He's on my butt about things I do. Same thing with Leo and me helping out the freshmen, telling them, what to do this, how to do this, what to do. And even the freshmen are helping out the upperclassmen. So it's it's a big fraternity. It's like a fraternity in that linebacker room. So we would rather see our teammates, especially the linebackers, to reiterate this, do better than ourselves. And it really shows, just in the meeting room, in the locker room, on campus, checking on each other. Yes, sir.
It's great to have Army football back, Brett. We appreciate you coming on. And, man, it's second spring practice, but, there's 13 more. And before you know it, that 2023 schedule certainly has a lot of games that it's too early. I know I can't ask you about the LSUs of the world, but I know that's probably going to get you guys pumped up, no doubt. Hey, thanks for taking the time tonight. Really appreciate it, and all the best during the spring.
Yes, sir. You too. Have a good night.